Welcome everybody. Today in this video I'm going to focus on Web Intelligence. In the introduction video to SAP BusinessObjects Business Intelligence, I had this slide showing what the BI suite contains. I'll be focusing on the Web Intelligence product today. This product can access data in several ways. I have now included the 3 ways that Web Intelligence can access data. These are the most common methods used. They are the semantic layer, BEX queries, and files. The semantic layer is a layer between the users and the data warehouse. This layer is a graphical display with all objects that can be used to create reports. The naming of these business objects should be in business terminology so that the users are familiar with the objects. These objects will be mapped to fields in the data warehouse. This semantic layer is referred to as a universe. Then Web Intelligence can make use of BEX queries. The BEX queries are queries that are created in BW environment to display the data. If you have a BW environment, you can now leverage these queries directly in Web Intelligence. Then Web Intelligence can also report off of files. It can make use of Excel and text files as a source. The semantic layer is quite important in the sense that most of the products can access the semantic layer. It's not to say that they only access the semantic layer. For instance, Web Intelligence can use the semantic layer. Because reports can also use the semantic layer. The dashboarding can also make use of the semantic layer. Explorer also makes use of the semantic layer. Once again, then we got Live Office that can also make use of semantic layer. Then the widgets, which make use of other components that you've made, like dashboards and Web Intelligence. Whereas if those components are made of this from the semantic layer, once again the widgets would go through the semantic layer. So as you can see, the semantic layer provides us a foundation so that everyone reports off of the same foundation, and then it's got one version of the truth. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate now how Web Intelligence works. As mentioned earlier, we've got Web Intelligence that can access data from a universe, from an Excel sheet, BEX query, and a text file. There's 2 other ways: analysis view and web services. These are 2 other options that you can access data. For this demo, I'm going to focus on accessing from the universe. Now, there's several universes I have access to, but for this example, I'm going to use this universe. Now, what's nice about this universe concept is that you can access data from 2, 3 different universes and put it in the same report. But for this example, I'm just going to use the one universe. Now, as I described earlier, here's your semantic layer. This is what a universe looks like. Now, what's nice about this universe is everything in here, these dimensions, are already mapped to fields in the database, so we don't have to worry about how to map it, how to query it, nothing like that. We just start using it. So now I'm going to say line, category, product. Then I want to add some measures. Net sales. Okay, then I want to add time. Now I can obviously filter, so I can now say, okay, where it is equal to, and then I can choose a date, or I can say, values from a prompt or values from a list. So if I say prompt, then it will ask you at runtime. So if you're going to make a report so that other users can use, you would rather use a prompt, and it will always change. You can also make use between. So there's different ways that you can filter. But for my example, I'm not going to use that filter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a predefined filter. So I can say month to date. And I say run query. And there's the report we get. Now what we can do is we can still move around, take out columns, take out fields. So let's say I want to take out that column. I can take it out, or I can still add it back. Okay, I can expand columns. What we can also do is then copy the tables. Okay, then what we can still do is then say, okay, let's turn this into a graph. So I can say turn into transformations. Here's the different types of graphs that we can use. I'm going to use par, and then I'm going to say, yes, I want to see net sales, but I don't want to see it by line category. I want to see it by product. Apply. And there we go. We've got the graph, but it's still a bit busy. So let's see if we can make a little bit more sense out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set a section. And automatically it sets as a section, but automatically what it does also, it puts the graph per section. And I can say, let's sum it up, the different columns. So now I can say sum, and as you can see, it sums each section up for us. And what I can do also is add a filter bar. So maybe I still want to slice and dice a bit. So what I can do then is I can say, okay, let's add a line. Okay, and then we can say we only want to show electronics. So if I scroll down, we'll only see electronics. Or if I want to show everything, I'll put it back like this. Okay, and we can also easily change the column heading. Sales by line. Now once you're done with the report, we can either, obviously just discard it, or we can save it. So if we save it, we're saving it to like our central repository, and that means other people would have access to it. We can also save it locally, so you can save it as one of your favorites, or save it on your machine, or like I said, publish to the central repository and other users can access that same report. That brings us to the end of our demo. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please contact us on info@brblue.co.za.